How does grand jury secrecy work in criminal cases? Have you ever wondered why some legal proceedings are kept under wraps? In the world of criminal justice, grand jury secrecy plays a vital role. This principle ensures that the details of what happens in a grand jury remains confidential. Let's break down how this works and why it matters. Grand jury secrecy is designed to protect various parties involved in the process. First, it shields the accused from public scrutiny before any formal charges are made. This helps prevent any undue harm to their reputation. It also allows witnesses to speak freely without fear of intimidation or influence. By keeping things private, the system encourages honest testimony, which is essential for justice. So, what does grand jury secrecy mean in practice? The information shared during grand jury proceedings, including witness testimony and evidence, is not available to the public or even to the parties involved unless a court gives permission. The Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure, particularly Rule 6, strictly govern this confidentiality. This rule prohibits government attorneys and others from revealing what happens in front of the grand jury. When it comes to defendants, the disclosure of grand jury materials is quite limited. A defendant must show a specific need for the information, which is a challenging standard to meet. Courts will weigh the reasons for keeping the information secret against the defendant's request. Sometimes, they may conduct private reviews to determine if any information can be shared. This process helps maintain the integrity of the grand jury while also considering the defendant's right to a fair trial. From the perspective of criminal defense, this secrecy can be a double-edged sword. It restricts access to potentially helpful information that could challenge the indictment. Defense attorneys often seek to access grand jury proceedings to identify any misconduct or weaknesses in the prosecution's case. However, broad disclosure is rarely granted, which can make it tough for defense teams to prepare effectively for trial. Unauthorized sharing of grand jury information can lead to serious consequences for those involved. Government attorneys or others who disclose this information without permission can face criminal contempt charges and even obstruction of justice prosecutions. This strict enforcement highlights just how important grand jury secrecy is viewed in the legal system. In essence, grand jury secrecy serves as a protective measure for everyone involved. However, it can create challenges for criminal defense by limiting access to critical evidence. Defense attorneys must navigate these restrictions carefully to advocate effectively for their clients during pre-trial procedures. Understanding this secrecy is key to grasping how the criminal justice system operates.